said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Get lined up for the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Notre Dame's offense will go on the attack first. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going for the big play. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Panthers offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Here come the Irish back on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Looking for a productive play on first down. Right back to the well. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, in the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow. The confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal. The rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Hand off from the gun. Can't get him to the ground. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. Hit it right back to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. He just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, giving those receivers faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Kick is in the air. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last. There he goes. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Nice run there. Doesn't it just feel like Notre Dame football when you see that too? You know, you got touchdown Jesus looking down, and one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to have is big uglies up front, guys pushing the pile, NFL talent on this offensive line, just having their way, making life easy for these running backs. It is a beautiful thing to see.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down.
Converts on 4th down, still going. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows it.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The shoot, quick toss to the right. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here's the pressure. The pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. It falls incomplete, and will change ends of the field to get things started back up. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Wants to return it. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Here come the Irish back on offense. Boy, they had that last drive improving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Oh, he makes a catch. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready.
Turning it on. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Rushes on him. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Tight end finds a soft spot. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And it's right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The give to the tailback. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Sends it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's got the tight end. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Pitt pushing the base.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Rides to back and leaves it. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you've got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Makes the grab on the left. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. They'll run play action. Going to take a shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Pitt will have to boot this one away. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes a catch at the 20. And he's slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Irish!
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Running out of time here in the first half. They do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half, down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Quickly to the tight end. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Looking for a big play. He's got it inside the 30. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Going to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Absolutely center cut. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he's not going to take the touchback. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Hit right back to the line. They'll try to run for it. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it. At this point, that looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll start this drive with a pass. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on third and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Throws to the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And for whatever reason, this quarterback has not been able to find his footing in this game. He's one of the better, more talented quarterbacks in the country. Had his guy wide open that time. He didn't have to throw it that hard. He could have just floated it to him for the easy completion, but he's just been off over and over again in this game.
When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
Man, it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, 1st and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They'll send the back in motion. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Off the play fake on 1st down. It's complete to the left. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. And the Panthers racing to the line in a hurry up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. This time on target. I think that receiver really had 2 choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he was going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these curl routes and catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and, man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. down in the fourth quarter. It's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. To the air on first down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, you're seeing this offense and their aggressiveness early in this game. Opening drive, third down, taking a shot into the end zone. They don't get it. So do you stay aggressive now on fourth down and try to go for it?
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Pocket breaking down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Great job up front on this pass rush. Defense in a dime personnel grouping. They've got 6 DBs on the field. They're expecting pass, so they're going to have to win with 4 guys. And they're 4-1. They got the job done.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving the stadium with an L.
They'll try the run. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using it.
It's complete to the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You've got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Bringing the heat. Got it in the middle. It's Ingram. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window.
Oh, he's got some space. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Pitt pushing the pace.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got his man. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. Wants to throw again. Buys a little time. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They want to throw it. Under fire. And the quarterback pulled up 2 and sacked at the 12. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Here's a heat. The throw. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Panthers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Here come the Irish back on offense. 1-possession game, getting late. First order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Stevenson. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Finds his tight end. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. Use the play fake. Now to throw. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper. Understand?
A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Quick handoff. Running into the open space. Past the first down marker and still running. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
After this, it'll be a wrap. On the ground, it's Ingram. Picks up the first down, still moving. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed